Are you creating content on LinkedIn, getting a ton of likes and comments, but your bank account just isn't getting the memo? Yeah, it's a super common and frustrating place to be. But here's the good news. There is a playbook for this, a proven way to turn all that engagement into actual real-life conversations with people who can buy from you.
So here's the game plan. First, we're going to pull back the curtain on a huge mistake called the engagement trap. Then, we'll look at two very different paths to get you in front of actual buyers. After that, we'll dive deep into a specific tactic, the lead magnet playbook, and show you exactly how to turn a simple DM into a discovery call. And finally, we'll wrap it all up with a big picture strategy for balancing making money right now with building for the future.
All right, let's kick things off with Section 1, the engagement trap. This, right here, is probably the #1 reason people get so frustrated with LinkedIn. You're putting in the work, you're making great content, people are liking it, but nothing's happening with the business. Why? Well, it all comes down to a single critical question.
Okay, let's be real for a second. Go look at your last few LinkedIn posts. Who are the people commenting? Who are the people liking it? Are they the folks who actually hold the budget, the ones who can sign a check? If the answer is no, or maybe even, I'm not really sure, then chances are you're stuck in the engagement trap.
And this right here is the trap in a nutshell. On one side, you've got this amazing cheering section. It's your peers, your colleagues, other people in your industry who think your work is fantastic. They get it, they love it. The only problem? They will never, ever hire you. And then, way over on the other side, that's your real audience. The decision makers, the budget holders, the buyers. And they're either just watching silently from the sidelines, or, even worse, they're not seeing you at all.
So the big question is, how do you actually break out of that trap? How do you get in front of the right people? Well, it's not about just posting more, it's about having a strategy. And there are really two distinct paths you can take to reach those buyers, each with its own pace. I want you to think of it like this. The slow burn is your long game. It's like planting an oak tree. You're connecting one-on-one, you're building real relationships, you're doing organic outreach. It doesn't cost much money, but it takes time, and the results compound slowly. The fast track, on the other hand, is like strapping a rocket to your back. You're using paid ads to jump the line to get your message right in front of hundreds of your perfect clients, like tomorrow. This path is all about starting conversations at scale and starting them now.
Okay, so let's really dig into that fast track, because this is where things get really interesting. It's powered by a very specific and honestly a very clever tactic. It's called the lead magnet playbook, and it is the engine at the core of this whole strategy. It's this beautifully simple 4-step dance. First, you create something that's genuinely valuable for your target audience. A guide, a spreadsheet, a checklist. Second, you promote it with an ad that doesn't look like an ad. It looks like a normal, helpful post. Third, and listen up, because this is the secret sauce, your call to action isn't click here to download, it's comment below and I'll send it to you. This does two things. It drives engagement that the algorithm loves, and it gives you explicit permission for step 4, to slide into their DMs, deliver the asset, and most importantly, start a conversation. And you have to get this next part. It is so important. That freebie you're offering, it's just a single piece of the puzzle. It is not the whole puzzle. Its only job, its entire purpose, is to get a qualified person to raise their hand and say, hey, that looks interesting. That's it. The sale doesn't happen in the PDF. It happens in the conversation that comes after.
Okay, so they've commented, you've sent them the DM with the freebie, now what? Well, this is where the real work and, frankly, the real magic begins. We're about to move from a simple comment on a post to an actual sales call. The goal here is to gracefully build a bridge from that casual DM to a serious business conversation.
So let's walk through what this journey looks like. It all starts with their public comment. Then, almost instantly, an automated message can deliver that lead magnet in their DMs. But then, and this is absolutely critical, a real, live human being has to jump into the conversation. This is where you shift from automation to authentic connection. From that helpful chat, you introduce what's called a bridge offer, which is designed to gently move them toward the final destination, getting that discovery call booked.
So what is this mysterious bridge offer? It's this genius little thing called a pain-creating assessment. It could be a super simple, even kind of ugly spreadsheet that helps your prospect score themselves on various parts of their business. And the psychology here is just brilliant. You're not telling them what their problems are. You're giving them a tool, a mirror, so they can see the problems for themselves. And this is the moment you're aiming for, that oh man moment. The brilliance here is that when they are the ones filling in the scores, the pain becomes real. It's not you, the salesperson, telling them they have a problem. It's them proving it to themselves with their own data.
And that self-realization creates a level of urgency that no sales pitch on earth could ever match.
Okay, now for a quick reality check, because this is super important. On average, for every 100 people who raise their hand and ask for your freebie, only about 5 of them are going to be ready to buy something right now. This entire playbook is designed to do 2 things perfectly. Capture that 5% immediately and build a genuine relationship with the other 95% so that when they are ready to buy, you're the first person they think of.
Which brings us to our final and maybe most important piece of the puzzle. Let's zoom out for a second and look at how this all fits into a bigger strategy, balancing the need for quick wins with the need for long-term, predictable growth.
I want you to think of your business as having 2 completely different engines, and both need to be running all the time. The Money Now engine is all about harvesting low-hanging fruit. It's about running reactivation campaigns for past clients, reaching out to your existing network, the people who already know, like, and trust you. This is the fastest path to cash. Now that lead magnet funnel we've been talking about, that's your Money Later engine. It's your system for predictably turning strangers into customers, ensuring you have a pipeline of business for months and even years to come.
All right, so let's boil this all down. If you remember nothing else from this, remember these key takeaways. 1. Stop chasing likes from your peers. Focus everything on reaching actual buyers. 2. Run 2 strategies at once: the slow, steady burn of organic outreach and the fast track of paid ads. 3. A lead magnet's only job is to start a conversation, period. 4. Use a pain-creating assessment to build the bridge from that casual DM to a real sales call. And finally, you always need to be balancing your hunt for money now with your farming for money later.
Look, building a system like this is not a magic wand. It takes time, it takes consistency, but the freedom and peace of mind that come from having a predictable pipeline of new business, it's worth every bit of the effort. It's like that old saying, right? The best time to plant this tree was 20 years ago, but the second best time is right now. So the only real question left is, will you?